Hello everyone, this is Crystal Haney from Bays Mountain Park and Planetarium. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about black bear. I have this fella right here with me that we're going to kind of use to show you a little bit about black bear, just talk about general facts about them. And so this shows you a little bit about their size in comparison to a human. So as you can see, they usually are this nice black color. They have a brown snout, a little bit longer ears, and they usually stand about 3 feet at their shoulders. They're about 6 feet in length. Now this is the general black bear, but they do come in different colorations. You can find them as cinnamon, brown, sometimes they're even white, but you're going to mostly find this black color when you see them out in the wild. So we do have black bear here in Tennessee, and we're going to talk a little bit about the black bear facts. In some of our other videos we'll talk about how to interact with bears, what to do if you come across one, and then coexisting. So this one we'll just talk a little bit about them in general. So this bear right here shows a little bit their size and their weight. Females get about 90 to 350 pounds. Males get about 150 to 500 pounds. So the males are a little bit larger than the females. You can see their feet here. They have pretty good sized feet. Their tracks, their front feet will be about 4 to 8 inches long, and the back feet will be about 5 to 10 inches long. They do have about a 1 to 2 inch claw. And when you see their paws up close, you can see their pads. Right here I do have in my left hand over here a back paw, and in my right hand a front paw. So you can see the pads are not connected on the front paw, but they are on the back. Now these would be from a smaller bear, a younger bear, but you can see the size of their paws there, see the size of their claws. So they do have relatively pretty good sized feet. Now if they were to leave a track, the track would show the claw indentation in it. Now this would be from a bigger bear, an older bear. You can see a good size difference in the ones I just held up. But you would also see the pads, all the toes, and then the claws in their print as well. So those are some things you could look for if you're out in the wild to see if you might have black bear around you. Look for their prints, look for their scat. Their scat's pretty large as well. Bears are omnivores, so they'll eat meat and vegetation. Now depending on the season, they eat different things. In the spring, they eat mostly plants. In the summer, they'll eat berries and insects. And in the fall, they eat more nuts and berries. But black bear will eat carrion, which is dead animals. They'll eat and catch small mammals, reptiles, amphibians, and birds as well. But they are also opportunistic, which means they'll eat whatever they smell that smells tempting and they can come across very easily. So black bears have a really good sense of smell. They can smell odors like food and garbage from about a mile away. They smell 7 times better than a bloodhound and are known to have one of the best sense of smells in the animal kingdom. So their sense of smell gets them in trouble sometimes. They smell you cooking out or your garbage, and that makes them come towards your house. So it's always important to remember to keep those things picked up. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in another video. But just remember they do have a good sense of smell. So in the fall, they're getting ready for their long winter nap. Now they are not true hibernators. True hibernators are things like woodchucks, ground squirrels, and bats. A true hibernator lowers their heart rate and their temperature like a woodchuck. They have a normal heart rate of 80 beats per minute. In the hibernation state, they lower that to 4 to 5 beats per minute. Their average temperature is about 98 degrees. They lower that to 38 degrees. Now the black bear will lower their heart rate and their temperature a little bit, but not as much as a true hibernator. Also, true hibernators, they wake up every few weeks. They go out, they defecate, urinate, and have something to eat. A black bear does not do that. When they go into their long winter nap in the winter, they will stay there all winter long. You can look in a den on a black bear. They might be awake and looking at you, but they never come out. The whole time they are in that winter state, they do not defecate, they do not urinate, and they do not eat. Their body actually eats the stored up fat off of them during that winter time. So a black bear has to gain about 100 pounds or more through the fall to be ready for the winter time. So on average, black bear eat about 20 hours a day. They're always eating. They're very ravenous. In the spring and summer, they'll eat about 5,000 calories a day. In the winter, however, they have to up that to about 20,000 calories a day to gain all that weight for their winter nap. So black bears are pretty much looking for anything they can eat during that time to gain their weight. So again, it's very important to keep things picked up so you don't entice them to come to your house to get in your garbage or your bird feed or something like that. So they are very hungry during that time and wanting to gain all that weight. So when they do go in their hibernation, like I said, they'll be in there for that long winter nap. From all winter long, they'll come out in early spring. Now the females that have bred in late spring and early summer will have their young during that long winter nap. So they breed late spring, early summer. Their gestation period is about 7 months, and so they'll have their young in about January. They'll have 1 to 5 cubs. The cubs are about a half a pound to 3/4 of a pound when they're born. They have a light covering of fur. They can barely crawl. So they'll stay in there with their mother. The mother will teach them, protect them from bobcats and coyotes or other bears that would want to kill them. And she's with them to protect them. And they'll stay with their mother for about 1.5 years. When they are about 1.5 years, the females kind of stay close to their mother. They don't go too far, but the males will have to leave because of other males being in their home range. So the males cubs will leave, the females will stay kind of close to their moms. So black bear breed every other year because of the cubs staying with them for so long. When they come out in the spring, the cubs are about 5 pounds. So again, they have to stay with mom for protection, teach them how to hunt and things like that. So black bear do not have territories, they have home ranges, which means the males and females will share the same space. Not the same time, but they'll share the same space and food and water and shelter at different periods. So one male will have about a 300 square foot home range, and in that there's multiple females occupying 50-mile square ranges. So there's a bunch of females in one male's home range, all occupying the same space, but like I said, at different times. They usually don't cross one another unless it's breeding season. So that's a little bit about black bear in general. So we'll come back with our next video and talk to you a little bit about how interacting with bears in hiking and camping seasons in bear country and what you can do to protect yourself and the ones that you're with. Thank you.